The Nisour Square massacre stands as one of the most controversial and consequential moments in Blackwater's history, forever marking the company's operations in Iraq. On September 16, 2007, a team of Blackwater contractors, assigned to protect a U.S. State Department convoy, opened fire in a crowded traffic circle in Baghdad's Nisour Square. What followed was a tragic and bloody incident that left 17 Iraqi civilians dead and 20 others wounded, shaking the foundation of U.S.-Iraq relations and sparking a global outcry. The events leading up to the massacre were chaotic and contested. Blackwater operatives claimed they were responding to a perceived threat, alleging that a car bomb or armed insurgents were targeting their convoy. Eyewitnesses and Iraqi officials, however, provided a starkly different account. According to them, the shooting was unprovoked, indiscriminate, and unjustified. The contractors unleashed a torrent of bullets, grenade launcher fire, and automatic weapons into a crowded civilian area. Women, children, and unarmed men were among the victims, turning Nisour Square into a scene of carnage and chaos. Survivors recounted harrowing stories of fleeing vehicles being riddled with bullets and pedestrians caught in the crossfire with no place to hide. Families mourned the loss of loved ones as outrage swept through Baghdad and beyond. The massacre not only took innocent lives but also dealt a severe blow to the U.S. mission in Iraq. It ignited a firestorm of anti-American sentiment among Iraqis, who saw the incident as a glaring example of impunity and recklessness by foreign contractors. The Iraqi government demanded accountability and moved to revoke Blackwater's license to operate in the country. Public outrage spilled into the international press, putting immense pressure on the U.S. government to respond. Legal and political fallout followed the massacre, with investigations launched on both sides of the Atlantic. In the United States, the contractors involved faced federal charges, but the path to justice was fraught with obstacles. Jurisdictional issues, immunity agreements, and conflicting accounts of what transpired complicated the process. Years later, several contractors were convicted, with one receiving a life sentence. However, the legal battle reignited debates about the role of private military companies in modern warfare and their accountability in conflict zones. For Blackwater, Nisour Square became a turning point. The incident severely damaged the company's reputation, with critics labeling it a symbol of the unchecked power and impunity of private military contractors. In response to mounting public pressure, the company underwent rebranding efforts, changing its name to Z Services and later to Academy. Despite these efforts, the shadow of Nisour Square continued to loom large. The massacre also had far-reaching implications for United States foreign policy. It strained relations between Washington and Baghdad, forcing the United States to reconsider its reliance on private contractors in war zones. The incident sparked international debates about the legal and ethical challenges of privatized warfare, with calls for greater oversight and accountability for such companies. Nisour Square remains a haunting reminder of the complexities and dangers of modern conflict, where the actions of a few can have devastating consequences for many. It underscores the need for transparency, accountability, and the protection of civilian lives, even in the most volatile of environments. The legacy of this tragedy continues to shape discussions about the role of private military companies in today's world.